What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts unsolicited, and I'm glad you're listening. All right, and I have a special guest with me. I have Melo. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, first and foremost, so it's Melo RoZe.
Yes, Melo R O capital Z E. Yes,
Okay. And how is that pronounced?
Rose.
So it's Melo RoZe. Okay, just with the
Melo
D
Rose.
instead of an S, it's a Z. Okay.
Yeah.
So why is the Z capitalized? Is that some sort of significance to it, or just the way you like it, or?
Because rose, the word rose is not exactly the flower. I use the flower as symbolism, but rose actually it has another meaning to it. Just rose, risen, like just overcoming things in life. So I really like that Z to be accented because of that reason. So it's not just about the flower.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So for my listeners out there, Melo RoZe is an up and coming singer, and her lead single just debuted, I think last night, right on 100. What was the station again?
Yeah, 100.9 The Heat in San Francisco on the West Coast.
Okay, and I was listening, and the song is awesome. The song is what's the
Thank you.
title? What's the title of the song again?
It's No Patience.
No Patience. And the song is awesome. And they gave you a nice shout out on the radio as well. So I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was super dope experience. Yeah.
Absolutely. So once again, so you're a singer and you're just getting started in the industry. So first of all, let's start off. I want you to just tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Just a quick bio.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been singing since I was a kid, songwriting since I was 10 or 11 for a very long time. I used to be super shy about it. I never wanted to sing in front of family and things like that, but I just knew that music was what I wanted to do. I went to college at Ohio University, and I was studying music therapy. I changed my major, I think, about 5 times. Started off with English, and I'm finally in commercial songwriting here in TSU. But basically, the last few years of my life have been me trying to figure out what I want to do as an adult because, being in the music industry is very difficult, and there are a lot of people doing it, and it is hard, to get in. So I was trying to find something, I guess, more realistic, but each thing I kept changing and switching. It just was not making me happy. Even in music therapy, and that involves music, I wasn't happy because I think what I wanted to do was use my creativity, and there was a lack of that at Ohio University. And so I was in the library one day, and I was looking up MTSU because my brother had visited the school, and I was looking at their songwriting program, and I started crying in the library, literally, because I was like, that's where I need to be. Like, I want to be creatively free. That's what I've always wanted to do. So instead of forcing myself to do something that I didn't want to do, I transferred, and now I'm at MTSU for commercial songwriting, and so many opportunities have opened up since I've done that in terms of networking and professors hooking things up for me. I want to shout out Justin Brooks at Prod by Jay Minor. He produced the track for me, No Patience. With my professor, help relinking me with him and things like that. So that's basically me. That's who I am. So I'm finally doing what I want to do, and it's been great so far.
Oh, that's awesome. Great to hear that.
Yeah,
So basically, what you're saying is you came to the fork in the road and you had to make a decision.
I sure did. Yeah.
Okay. How tough was it to make that decision? Because as you said, the music industry is cutthroat. It's really very, very difficult. It's not for the faint of heart. So when you made that decision, I mean, just kind of walk me through that again, as far as when you got to that fork in the road, you had to make that choice and how it impacted you.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, I had around 5 different majors, and it started out from the furthest of music, and that was English. And so then I tried to do English pre-law for entertainment, music entertainment, and I wasn't enjoying that either. So it was just like I was extremely depressed and anxious over there, trying to do something that I felt like wasn't for me. And it is hard, like you said, it's extremely hard. But I'd rather put my all into something that I want to do than force myself to do something that I feel like is more of a straight and narrow path and kind of a sure thing. I'd rather do the other thing that's a lot more difficult than that, because I feel like I had way too many regrets already in my life because I was so afraid, and I feel like fear was my biggest thing, and so I'd rather throw myself into something that is a lot more difficult, but it's what I love to do, because I can't see the future, you know what I'm saying? So this could be something that does work out for me, and I know that I do have something, and I don't want to sit on that God-given talents that I've been given, and do something that I feel like is going to be, easier and more of a sure thing than something that I absolutely love to do. And I've always said that, so I'd rather fail a million times at this than succeed in what I was doing before, because it's not what I was passionate about.
Wow, very well said. I appreciate that. All right. So let me ask you this. Okay, your style of music. Just kind of explain to the audience what Melo RoZe's style is about and why you chose the route that you chose when it comes to the type of music that you're producing.
Definitely. So, when I was pop music actually used to be my favorite genre, but over time, recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, I've focused more on R&B and hip hop music, and I found that that's where I feel best. That's where I feel more swaggy. I just feel more cool, more chill. The vibes are just the they're where like they're just perfect for me, and it's easier for me to write to those sorts of things. But as a songwriter, I can write almost anything. As an artist, I do focus on R&B, hip hop. Have a little touch of '90s flair in there too, kind of like Destiny's Child, kind of TLC. Some of the people that I also look up to. I love hip hop music. I love like trap style beats mixed with that R&B vibe, kind of like that DJ Mustard, LMA type of collab stuff. I love anything you can really dance to, vibe to, turn up to. Lyrically, I like to talk about things that are real. No Patience is a song. It's about love, but what I think people are going to be able to see from me in the future is that I talk about a lot of my experiences, and I talk about a lot of things that I don't always hear on the radio. But the thing about it is that they're melodically cool, they're melodically catchy, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's not too deep where it's like, oh, you listen to it when you're sad, but it's just enough balance of like realness and also just like vibing and really just chilling out with your friends and just turning up to some really good music. So it's in your face. Some of my stuff is definitely in your face. So, but it's good. It's anthem type of stuff. You know, people are gonna find lyrics and they're gonna be posting them on their captions. That's for sure. I try to write in a way that's memorable. So.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so let me ask you this: do you play any instruments, or just kind of explain, that side of the game as well?
Yeah, I do. I play piano a little bit. I'm decent at guitar. I'm not the best. Those are things that I'm actually learning how to do better now, especially during this time. There are some talents that I'm taking up and really trying to focus on, especially on the piano. I love the piano and composing and things like that. So I love real instrumentation, live music. That's something that is also that I aspire to do as an artist too. I love live instruments in the studio. Real guitar playing, real piano playing. All those things are important to me, and I want to keep those things alive as well.
And your creative process, when you're working on your music, is it a collaborative process with your producer, or do you guys work independently of each other and then come together? Kind of explain that as well.
Yeah, sometimes we collab, but actually, how it really came about is that we kind of do things a little bit on our own. So I'll just write things and I'll send it to him, and he immediately catches a vibe to it, and he'll make a beat with it, or like I send him my ideas of a type of vibe that I want, and he'll send it right back, or he'll send me beats, and I like him, and I'll just hop on him, and we send things back and forth and give each other our input. That's pretty much how we go about it.
And are you working just with one producer, or do you have a slate of producers you're working with? Or just how collaborative are you with other people, or is it more of a situation where you want to do your own thing and then bring folks in, or are you willing to work with basically anyone who has a good vibe that matches yours? Or
Yeah, collaboration is key. It really is. I've learned that in the past year. I absolutely love collaborating with people. Right now, I have my primary producer, which is Justin Brooks. I write a lot of music with him right now, and then I also have another friend who's super dope from school. He's done some tracks for me, and some of those will be out soon. But it's really those two right now. But I'm always looking. I'm always searching for producers, other songwriters. It's just you learn more that way, and I love collabing. So definitely.
okay, and as an independent artist, obviously nowadays anyone with a computer and Wi-Fi can release an album. So
Yes.
so as an independent artist, kind of explain to my audience the challenges as an independent artist versus someone who's maybe signed to a label, especially with the industry being so saturated with everybody out there putting out content. What kind of
Yes.
challenges that might pose for you?
Oh yeah, that's actually extremely difficult. It takes a lot of planning and figuring out exactly what you want to do. Finding a good distribution company I say that's the first thing. Things like DistroKid and CD Baby, like read into those and look and see what those could possibly do for you. Those help tremendously because they release things to every platform. You can just edit things and specify them exactly how you want them to with snippets and all these things. So that's definitely the first step. But it is extremely hard because you want to do it right, and you don't want to just, say like I am independent and I don't have that much, right now I'm getting there, but it's just like you release something, a really good project, and then it only gets to a certain amount of people because you don't have that financial backing to really push things out and get them as far as they can to as many ears as you can. So that's definitely challenging because you don't just want your project you spend all your time on to just sit out there because people don't see what you're doing behind the scenes to create that stuff. You know what I mean? So you want to generate the revenue that you're putting in and also just like, share everything that you've put within that with other people and you want as many people to hear it. So that part is very difficult. And then also having visuals and things like that, all that stuff is important. What I can say to other independent artists out there though that are doing it is that we do have social media, which can be helpful in that way, where it's like a lot of the things that I'm seeing these days, people are doing from home. You know what I mean? They don't look so super duper professional. You know what I mean? And I've seen people do it, and they've done it, and it looks good. You know what I'm saying? So do as much as you can by yourself because you want those labels, you want those people out there to see, okay, like they're doing something, like they're trying. You know what I mean? And then you get that financial backing, and then it's like, okay, now I can venture off and I can do, a lot more with my stuff. But that part for me, I have not figured all of it out yet. I'm not even gonna lie. It's very, very difficult. But marketing and things, read up on that stuff, and there are ways to invest in yourself. I did with my single on Instagram. I changed my account to business, and I paid for a 6-day promotion, and it's like $35, and my post got to 17,000 people, almost 20,000 people in a week. So there are ways to do it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once again, as a performer, have you had opportunity to perform live? And if so, how did they go? If not, what are your plans to perform live?
You said performing live.
Yes.
I definitely want to be able to do that. Obviously, with the circumstances now, it makes it a lot very difficult. But what I have seen are some of the artists that I look up to and that I follow. They've been doing kind of like little concerts in their own homes and things like that, and like kind of playing acoustically or singing acoustically at home and things like that. So that's something that I want to look into doing. After releasing a few more joints and generating interest from those, and that's definitely something I want to do as well. But yeah, live performances are super lit, and I wish it was better times to really get out and do that, because that was definitely going to be the plan this summer for sure.
Yeah, I think that threw a monkey wrench in a lot of people's program when it came to obviously the coronavirus and everything, the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of folks had to obviously change their plans and things of that nature. So let's touch on that a little bit. I know you spoke about it. With the landscape of the world right now, everything is pretty much changed forever, and the way we're gonna handle ourselves in the public in the future. So what ideas have you tried to put in place to prepare yourself for when we're able to get back out there and mingle again? Do you have something planned that's going to jump right off, or are you still in the planning stages? Just kind of help me understand where you are with that.
After this, well, definitely going to Atlanta, and being able to be with my producer, like in the same room, is definitely what we said we're gonna do. After when this is just a little bit safer, to just knock out some dope songs, because definitely an EP is coming soon, and we send things back and forth, and he mixes back and forth, and that's really cool. But I'm just like, I need to be there with you, so I need to tell you exactly what I want, exactly what I need, and honestly, again, I just want to shout out him again, because he really, when it came to recording that song, I recorded that song with him, and he just brought out so much more in me when it came to that. He has a musical ear, and he's just super talented. He can do it all. So definitely going to be with him in person and just knock out some crazy songs and put them on an EP. Definitely a music video. That's for sure. That was definitely going to be the plan. Also visiting some of my friends. My friends are in music too, and we had plans as well after all this stuff happened. But I think that was the main goal. That was an EP, and regardless, that's gonna happen either way. But I know that going to Atlanta is the place to be. All the vibes, you know what I mean, and I just want to get that sort of inspiration from being there. You know what I mean, and being with him and co-writing with him in that way. So that was, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. And your producer, his name is what again?
It's Justin Brooks at Prop.
Hello. I think I lost you for a second there. You still there?
Yeah, it's Justin Brooks.
Okay. Justin Brooks. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Justin Brooks, shout out to you. Great work on No Patience, and we look forward to hearing more from Justin as well. Now, tell me a little bit about your management strategy. Do you have a management team together? Just kind of how the business side is being handled.
My dad is my manager.
Keep it in the family.
And he does a lot, because he did it for years, and he did really well with it. So he's always getting on to me about the business side of things. I also take classes. I'm in publishing class. I'm in copyright class, and so I'm learning those things, and how important that is, and how easy it is to get messed up. You know what I mean? So I'm
Right.
definitely learning those things, and he's always drilling them in me every chance he gets. So yeah, it's just me and him right now, honestly. So but I mean, listen, my song was on the radio yesterday, so I think we're doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of folks can't say that. So,
Yeah.
you and your dad. So, what's the name of his management company? You want to say a little bit about that, or you? I know you won't put him on blast or anything, but
Yeah, his name is Trenton Northcutt.
okay.
What's your management? What's your management company? Con Entertainment is his management company.
So Trenton Northcutt, Ton Entertainment.
Yes.
Okay, so big shout out. I know you guys are doing big things, and absolutely. So, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's listening to you right now, who is at a crossroads and wants to get into the music business? What advice would you give to someone who is looking to pursue this as a vocation?
To pursue it as a career.
Yes.
Well, I would say you have to be passionate about it, and you can't be your mind can't be on fame or even money, especially because that's something that should come as a byproduct. And if that's your focus, then yeah, sometimes you'll get that, but it could happen too fast and you could fall off and really mess yourself up. So I think the passion has to be with the music. It has to be with your talent, whether that's singing, rapping, writing, or all of the above. It has to be with that, because if it isn't, it's going to be harder to keep going when there are obstacles, when it does get hard, because it can be frustrating. It is extremely frustrating, you know what I mean? Especially when, you feel like you're just waiting. It is a waiting game. Me and my producer were talking about this, like, you know what I mean? You think you have something, and then it's like, not necessarily. So, he told me just keep your head down and like keep working, you know what I mean? Just don't get too excited unless you got like contracts and papers in your hand, because that's when you know it's a go, you know what I mean? But also don't be, don't feel low about it, you know what I mean? Don't look at it that way, but also there's just a lot of things, promises that people make, and a lot of things, and you can't get too excited about those things all the time, because those things don't always fall through. So you really have to have passion, you really have to have belief in what you do, because a lot of people, there are other people that want to do the same thing that you do. What makes you different, you know what I mean? What can make you different is your drive. Because a lot of these people out here, it's their drive. They're able to push and connect and promote themselves and do all of these things, and that's why sometimes they make it out before the next person, you know what I mean, who might be a classified trained pianist and just crazy good at everything. It's because that person doesn't believe in themselves enough, or they don't push themselves hard enough, you know what I mean? So you definitely have to have a work ethic, a crazy work ethic, and a crazy drive, because you got to keep working. You just got to keep working until you see process. And again, money cannot be the focus, because money is not guaranteed to happen fast. You really, 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 really have to be serious and passionate. I keep saying that word because it is so crucial about what you do. You really, really do. And you got to find some really devoted people who support you, who care about you, who are honest with you, and you got to have those people around you. And never forget the people who were with you when you first started. I just want to say that. Like, don't ever forget those people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No matter who comes along. That's also important. Don't get too big-headed, and stay humble.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can definitely vouch for that part of it. So, absolutely. So, I know your song is available on Spotify. So, what other platforms can my listeners find you?
Yeah, definitely. It's on Spotify, SoundCloud. It's on Apple Music, and iTunes.
Okay, so you hear that. Okay. SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify. So, if you're listening out there, the song is called No Patience. I've heard it a billion times. Love it, love it, love it. It is a great song. I really hope my listeners, my subscribers, check it out. Pass the word. Let's make it go viral. Let's make this wonderful song a hit. And we're gonna play the song as we close out. So, any parting thoughts?
Thank you so much for having me. It really means a lot. I won't forget. And yeah, I hope everybody listening enjoys this. Thank you so much for everything, honestly.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Once again, it's Melo RoZe. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with me today. And my subscribers, please listen. Check it out. The song is called No Patience. Music and lyrics by Melo RoZe and produced by Justin Brooks, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, once again, thank you. And let's roll. Here it is. No Patience.
Heart's been running rampant, trust is long gone. Give me 20 seconds, I'll have your love caught. You've been praying for it, and now it's all yours. You didn't know what to do, but baby, I can show you I do. Baby, I could risk it all for you. Baby, you can have it if you want to. Baby, just do me a favor, take a seat with your body real close to mine. Baby, now it's up to you if I'm gonna be the one. Up to you to you if you'll take a risk on love, oh yeah. Cause you got the something that I like, and I'll have you feeling in no time. No waiting and hoping for change, I cash you get right to the bank. No patience, yeah. Don't have to do it, no patience. Yeah, what she do in a second, I can do it right now. Yeah, what would take a whole minute, I can show you right now, yeah. Do it, no patience, yeah. No patience. Yeah, what she do in a second, I can do it right now. Yeah, what would take a whole minute, I can show you right now, yeah. If you're ready for it, top down, bass loud, I got you with me, nobody round. Pick it up, slow down, bet you feel alive now. Told you that you want the one, no questioning, we've just begun. Swear that I'll make sure you like it. Lose your mind a second, lose your mind, make you wanna spend your time investing. Shit is crazy, you got me feeling so gone. Your hands all over me. Now it's up to you if I'm gonna be the one. Up to you if you'll take a risk on love, oh yeah. Cause you got the something that I like, and I'll have you feeling in no time. No waiting and hoping for change, I guess you can run to the bank. No patience, yeah.